Hey true believers, Englentine here with another weekly top 10 comic books sold to readers. These are the books that are leaving the shops, kids, not the ones coming in. Comicron will tell you, these are the ones that are getting ordered, but this countdown right here tells you which ones are actually being bought. I think that's just a tad more important. And we're going to head on over to Comixology, the world's biggest digital comic book shop, and check out to see how their countdown's doing, because, you know, you always hear, hey, it doesn't sell floppies, but at least it sells digital, right? Before we do that, these are the names of some comic book shops that have taken part. Now, if you are in the general area of one of these, you want to stop by all means, check them out. And don't forget to go on over to your own local comic book shop and frequent them. So let's get this party started here. Starting the countdown off, we have the Invincible Iron Man at number 10. Barry Allen runs in at number 9 with The Flash number 41. The Spectacular Spider-Man, Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man number 300 comes in at number 8. In the lucky number 7 spot is Darth Vader number 12. I am glad to see this title making it to more countdowns. At number 6, we have Thanos number 16. Building up to that 1,000, we have Action Comics number 998 at number 5. In the number 4 spot, Saga number 440, just 49. What the hell am I talking about? Number 3 is Detective Comics 975. Avengers number 682, Chapter 8 of No Surrender, takes the runner-up spot at number 2. And holy crap and hallelujah, the Terrifics are number 1. DC's New Age of Heroes has a bona fide hit on their hand. I have to be honest and say I like that. I enjoyed the Terrifics. I'm very happy to have made the video where I was giddy talking about it. It's a fun and entertaining book, so I could see why it's number 1. That does not explain the number 2 spot, people. What the heck? Who is still reading Avengers at this point? I have a feeling not a lot of people. I know there's some who be reading buying the Avengers just because they want to keep their collection going. Holy crap, this stuff is bad. But that's just me, and I'm an old man getting grumpy. What am I going to do? I do admit to being surprised that it beat a Batman book, because usually Batman's somewhere in the 1 or 2 position. Nope, not this week. It's number 3. But there you go. What you going to do? People are going to buy what they're going to buy. I did notice that Silencer is out of the top 10. Silencer number 2 didn't make it anywhere near it. So, ouch. We'll have to see how it goes for DC's New Age of Heroes. So we're going to go over to my favorite part of this and see what the shops were saying. Thanos and the Avengers could have easily have been the number 1 and 2 spots if I had ordered a ridiculous amount of them. In a disturbing trend that mirrors the behavior of the 90s, we had tons of speculators, flippers, coming into all shops trying to buy multiple copies. You know, that actually brings up an interesting topic. Would it be beneficial for us to have another speculator boom in the comic book market? Bring some attention to it. I mean, granted, in the long run, speculation is bad. But in the short term, at least there will be eyes on the market. And you bring in 100, maybe 10 or 20 stay, that's 10 or 20 extra, you know? I don't know. It's something to think about, something to look up. Our top 10 this week was bookended by Kate's as Marvel continued to pick up steam, as 5 of the top 10 and 9 of the top 20 at FFF were from the House of Ideas, or Idealogues. Our number 1 selling book this week is Thanos. Store favorite Danny Cates is no stranger to the top 10 at our store. His other current Marvel book, Doctor Strange, also made the top 10 at number 10. Avengers is still selling well at number 8, halfway through their weekly series, Peter Parker's anniversary issue, and Darth Vader were the other Marvel books in the top 10 at 7 and 9. For DC, they're still going strong, but they've also seemed to fall into predictable sales patterns. Detective and Action are always strong sellers, as well as their sibling titles Batman and Superman. Flash usually makes the top 10, and Wonder Woman teeters on the edge of the top 10 and top 20. The things DC definitely has over Marvel, though, is that their books consistently sell well 1 or 2 weeks after their initial week. Batman 41 and Dark Knight's Wild Hunt both sold well enough to place in the top 20 on their second and third weeks, respectively. On the indie side, Saga and Redneck were the only indie books in the top 10 and top 20. Saga is our store's best-selling trade, but the single issue does well on its own. It was the number 4 top seller this week. Redneck, the third Donny Cates book this week, was number 13, falling just shy of the top 10. It seems as if FFF here is saying that the non-Batman Superman titles aren't great sellers except for Wonder Woman. Okay, The Flash. Geez, man, I really want DC to do well. I pitch Aquaman to everybody, man, because Aquaman's just the baddest ass out there. It's really just a great title. But hey, you know, what you gonna do? People are gonna be buying Marvel because it's Marvel, I guess. Donny Cates wins this week with a bang. The only reason Thanos number 16 didn't chart even higher is because we sold out of our increased order by 3 p.m. on Wednesday. Doctor Strange was right behind that, and Marvel had more books on the top 10, counting Darth Vader, than DC. I don't think this happened in a very long time. Saga continues to dominate any week it comes out, though, and customers were stoked to see it back easy number 1. You know, it takes all kinds, but Saga, I just don't see it. I do not see it. I've read a few issues, ladies and gentlemen. It just isn't for me. Please, by all means, let me know in the comments below why you love Saga. I would love to hear your opinions on this. I was surprised there wasn't any bigger sales on DC this week, and equally surprised at the moment of typing this that we maybe have 2 copies left of Jim Henson's Labyrinth Coronation left. The Staples cover went first, and then the Isaac cover is flying now. Another good week for Marvel. They had 4 books in the top 5. Black Panther was number 1. It's clearly still riding a high because of the movie. Thanos continues to gain readers with every issue. Both the Terrifics and Mira had a strong debut for DC. Our Wednesday business has improved significantly the last 2 weeks. People are excited about comics again, and they don't want their favorite to sell out before they get in. I guess they're talking about getting into the comic shop. That's what we want to hear. That is good news. I'd love to hear that people are excited about comic books again. And hey, if Black Panther brings people in, by all means, come on in, kids. Because if you check this one out, you might check the other one out as well. We have rather refreshingly eclectic mix for a bestseller this week. DC's New Age of Heroes bookend the list with Terrifics at number 1 taking our top seller spot, and Sideways number 2 in a tie for 10th place spot. Elsewhere, we've got the always appreciated return of Saga for a new arc and the conclusion of the DC Young Animal Milk Wars event, Doom Patrol JLA Special number 1. The legacy renumbering of Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man hits a major milestone with issue number 300, and quite a nice cover to place it in the middle of the pack this week. Perhaps most notably, we've got Cal Exit number 2 in the bottom half of our list. A relief to fans for some of whom the long delay had them worried about the future of the series. But it's back, and it looks like there's still a good amount of interest. For those of you who don't know, I actually did a roast of Cal Exit number 1, or I should be honest and say I did a roast of half of Cal Exit number 1. The first 15 pages, well, it wasn't even that much, I don't think. But anyway, the first half of the book took 25 minutes. That's how bad it was. I slowed down and talked about everything that was wrong with the book, and it took 25 minutes for just the first half of the book. I never got back to it. You know why? Because it sucked. Pretty good sales week. Terrifics outsold Detective for our top spot. It was very close, but wow, no Batman at number 1. It feels strange. Avengers' current run has kept close to the top every week and was number 3. People gearing up to say goodbye to Bendis. It puts Action Comics and Invincible Iron Man in the next spot. Surprisingly low issue sales for the return of Saga, but still enough for 6th place this week. The Flash sees a return to the list, and after having been gone from the top 10 list for months and months, Black Panther was the number 10 bestseller of the week. This may be the first time I've ever seen a direct sales jump in relation to the release of a comic book movie. Another new for me this week. Awesome for a movie that amazingly okay to be able to bring people into the comic shops again. Gotta love it. You have to love it. I'm not the only one that mentioned it's weird that not Batman won, but I'm very happy for the Terrifics because that was an excellent book, or terrific as if you want to use the pun. I used it in the title, so I can understand that. But no, it's really good to see the industry picking up a little bit. Now let's see how it does in Comixology. Let's see how Marvel fares against DC, and DC fares against Marvel. In the digital comics realm, we go on over to Comixology here. Marvel won the floppies. They had 5, DC had 4, and there was an independent, Saga. So let's see. I love doing this bit. You know, and I understand I'm old school, so I always put Marvel versus DC, but yeah, it's kind of fun for me. Huh, look at that. Invincible Iron Man's number 10 on the digital chart also. At number 9, we have Wonder Woman, number 41. Avengers 682, No Surrender Chapter 8 is at number 8. Lucky number 7 for Injustice 2 with chapter number 47. The Flash number 41 speeds into the 6th slot. Action 998 sits comfortably at number 5. With issue 12, Darth Vader forces himself into number 4. See what I did there? Detective Comics 975 bleeds out all over the 3 position. The Terrifics number 1 is tight at number 2. Which gives us an independent frontrunner. Saga number 49 takes the number 1 spot. I'll put a secondary request on that Saga explanation. If you could tell me why people love this so much, please do, because it just doesn't do it for me. That doesn't say anything. Everybody's got differences of opinions. I dig Star Wars Darth Vader. I like Dr. Aphra, and that gets a lot of bad reviews from people. But, you know, everybody's got their thing. So, yeah, let me know in the comments below. DC is winning by half. 6 DC, 3 Marvel, and 1 Image comic in the top 10. We're going to stretch this out to the top 20 to see how it goes. Either way, DC won the top 10. You can't take that away, but I've said it before. I can't see Marvel coming back, but they have done it before, so I don't know. Let's check it out. Bringing the count to 7-3. Hal Jordan and the Green Lanterns number 39. At number 12, Teen Titans number 17 brings the count to 8-3. Black Panther number 170 at number 13. It is now 8-4, DC's favor. Number 14 gives us X-Men Blue. So now it's 8-5, DC's favor. At number 15 is Jessica Jones number 17. 8-6, DC favor. Number 16 gives our second independent of the countdown, Rat Queens number 8. Thanos 16 makes it 2-17. Now it's 8-7. That's a song about Thanos. All New Wolverine ties it up 8-8 at number 18. I can only imagine that the picture of Thanos on the cover boosted this into the top 20 in the 19 spot. So now it's 9-8 Marvel's favor based on the on this piece of shit book. Doctor Strange clinches another win for Marvel. It's at number 20, and that makes it 10-8 with 2 independents. Now, I am glad to see that Marvel's doing better. I just want DC to do even better than them. I'm a DC fan. You know, I root for them. So, and I know there's a lot more better titles on both sides of the fence than that Avengers Prelude crap. Holy Toledo, that's bad. But there you go, gang. That's the countdown. Marvel brought out another win. However, DC owned the top 10. Marvel owned the back 10. So that's the countdown and what I thought about it. So what did you think? Let me know in the comments below. Do you agree with something being in it? Do you disagree? Is there something you wish people would buy more of? Like I keep touting Aquaman. Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, you want to see more, you know the drill. Click like, click share. That helps get the word out about the channel. And don't forget to hit subscribe. Even if you think you're subscribed, check to make sure, because YouTube's been messing things up. And definitely make sure you hit that notification bell. Don't want anybody to miss anything. Cool things happen around these parts sometimes. Now, this is the way you make a living. I'm not bragging about that because I definitely don't make enough to brag. It's just that this is the only means of income. So if you don't mind helping the channel out, by all means, please go on over to Patreon. The link's in the description below. Drop $1 in the till. Helps keep making videos for you and help us keep the lights on. That's definitely the important part. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that. And to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.